Hello, crafters. Good to see you again tonight. It's Tom Creek with my wife Julie from Creek Bank Creations. Hi, Julie. Wave. Wait, you got to do a screen.
I'm waiting. I don't know what you want me to do.
It's good to see you all again. We are ready for a rockin' good time here in Covington, Indiana at the home studios of Creek Bank Creations. Who's Creek Bank Creations? Well, we have our own line of dies, stamps, adhesives, pattern papers, and tools. We are your purveyors of paper arts goodness. So log on at www.creekbankcreations at our store. And by the way, since we're talking about our store, we've got some great specials. We have the January special. But before we get to the January special, let me tell you what we're going to do tonight.
When they log on.
When they log on.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you log on. Hello, Cam. Hi, Gail.
Let us know where you're from.
Yes, when you log on, say hello.
Where are you from?
Let us know where you're from.
Did you say where you were from?
Where am I from? I'm from Covington, Indiana. That's right. Right here in southwestern Indiana.
I thought you were from Marysville, Indiana.
Well, except for we live in Covington, and we live in the country in Covington. Mr. Creek, we live between Marysville and Covington.
It's darn confusing.
Darn confusion. Like I tell everybody else, we're 50 miles away.
What do you tell people?
I forgot. I just had a.
You're 50 miles from
anywhere. The land of tall corn, 50 miles from anywhere. Exactly right. Which is how we like it. So we're glad to have you tonight. Tonight's cards is part two of Lift and Look, and specifically, what's it called? Tonight's show called.
Lift and Look Interactive Cards, number 2.
Lift and Look Interactive
We're going to do some really fun techniques tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to teach you how to use that striped piece that's inside the mechanism, the die. We're going to learn how to open that puppy up. We're going to learn how to use that die to make that. And then we are going to learn how to do some repeat stamping on that other card. I'm going to share a little cheater tip with you guys.
A cheater tip? Can you say cheater tip?
Open it up. Open that card up, and we're going to learn how to stamp that. Open that up again. Perfect every time.
Perfect. Can you say perfect?
Tip. So we're going to have fun tonight.
Perfect. We're going to be using the Love This paper pad tonight. You're going to have fun? We're going to have fun.
We're going to have fun. Anybody else is.
And we're using the new Lift and Look die. That brings me to that special I was going to tell you about, crafters. This month's special, the January bundle special. You get the Lift and Look die. That's right, the Lift and Look die, along with the Love You More stamp.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. Love You More stamp. Now,
the Love You More stamp has the Valentine sentiment that we're going to use tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. But it also has really good sentiments on there. Love you most, you are loved, and it has Happy Heart Day.
Happy Heart Day?
And something wedding.
P.S.
Something wedding.
I love you. It's on there.
So there's really good sentiments on there for you.
With love is on there. Sending all my love, sending all my hugs I can. The Happy Stamp and Die set comes with the bundle. Okay, show that to you. The Merry and Bright stamp set comes with that bundle. The Thanks stamp and die set comes with that bundle.
So all the dies have been sized to fit over the opening on the Lift and Look card, and the stamps coordinate. And the great thing we've done is we've put those all in one package for you.
And finally, the You stamp and die set. That's a total of, how many items we got there? Golly, we got 6 items in that bundle special. Regular price $113, 25% discount if you buy the whole thing, $85, and that comes with free shipping. Everybody likes free shipping. Can you say free? I like free. Free at last, free at last. You are free at last right here at Creek Bank Creations. So, also, we're going to be giving away some great prizes tonight. I'm going to be giving away, I've been dying to give this away. This is our new, dying, baby. This is our new Crafter's trash can. Now, this is not just your ordinary trash can. No, it's not. It isn't. It wouldn't be, couldn't be, shouldn't be. Ain't going to be. Ladies, this is the Creek Bank Creations trash can and table clip. Table clip. Now, why do I need a table clip on my trash can? Well, when you go to the crop with your friends, or you go to your girlfriend's house, or if you're just at your crafting table, you can take that table clip and clip it right on your table.
Or if you're in your barn.
Or on your chair. And this is a nylon trash can that opens from the bottom, so you can empty it real easy with Velcro. But this is a $15 value. I'm going to be giving that away tonight. We just introduced this last summer. Also, I'm going to be giving away some more tickets to the Too Much Fun Productions. Is that February 21st, 22nd? Is that when that is?
I thought it was promotions.
Yeah, them too. Too Much Fun Promotions in Danville, Indiana, also known as the Indianapolis Show. Free parking there.
Free parking.
I'm going to give away some tickets to that tonight with some trivia questions. And I'm going to give away your choice of either these 3 dies for our grand finale. So stay with us till the end. So you could possibly even win a lift and look die, or your choice of the stovetop pull-out die. We had a winner last week that took the stovetop pull-out die because she liked the bundle special better. Or this die right here, which is the standing pop-up die. Okay, so that's a $33 die. This is a $26 die, and this is a $28 die. So your choice of those 3. If you stay with us till the end, man, are we going to have some fun tonight. Got some great trivia questions and some interesting stories to tell. So, Mrs. Creek, without any further ado, by the way, what is ado?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's it.
Without any further ado, we're going to get started here.
I think that's a Tom Creek
word.
I do. Right? That was in that movie?
I do?
The Sound of Music, right?
No, that was the song I wrote for the grandkids.
The song was you.
The
song is you and you and you and you and you. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good point.
Sound of Music.
All right,
Sorry.
Yes,
that one.
Thank you.
Okay,
all right.
So I do have a scripture to share with you.
Oh, by the way,
tonight
hold on before you get there.
We get started.
Before you get there, give us a thumbs up on both the Facebook and the YouTube channel, you guys, please. It helps us and gets the video out. So don't forget to give us that thumbs up. So with that, Mrs. Creek, share what the scripture is tonight.
Tonight's scripture. Isaiah 40:31. Do you know what that is, Tom?
Huh?
Do you know what that is?
I don't have it memorized, but as soon as you say it, I will know what it is, I'm sure.
You would know it. But those who wait on the Lord
will
renew their strength. They will mount up with wings as eagles. They will run and not be weary. They will walk and not faint.
As a matter of fact, I read that scripture today, and I was going to suggest that we make a stamp out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Could be coming.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I had the same thought myself.
Did you really?
Yeah. Today I was
good
stupid
minds
about
think
it myself.
alike. I'll tell you what.
So that scripture it's a great scripture as is, but as with a lot of these texts that are in the Bible, if you look up the meanings of those words, you'll find out there's a whole lot deeper meaning there than what meets the surface. So when it says those who wait on the Lord, all my life I've thought that meant that I was waiting, like waiting. That's not what that word means. So if you look that up, you'll find that word wait means to bind yourself to the Lord. So really, it literally means holding on to the Lord, but binding ourselves to the Lord. And here's what's cool. There's a promise that's attached to it. When we bind ourselves to the Lord, He will renew our strength. So we'll run and not be weary, walk and not faint. And it certainly seems like we're in a season where a lot of people are weary and feel like they're going to faint. So the promise there is if we bind ourselves to the Lord, we will renew our strength.
Indeed.
Any commentary, Tom?
It was Barbara Farron's church verse of the year.
It's a good one.
And
it's a good one.
It is.
Okay, so that's my encouragement for you tonight. Bind yourself to the Lord. It's a great promise. So we have really 2 really fun little techniques I'm going to share tonight. Are we going to talk about these other cards?
Yes.
Let me briefly tell you. I got inspired yesterday, late in the day, finished up today.
Can you say creative inspiration?
More cards. If we can pull it off, we will try to throw in another live next Tuesday because there's some really fun technique here. So we will post on our social media and newsletter if we pull that off.
That's right. We're not sure yet. Our executive producer may have some scheduling conflicts.
The executive producer may be in the pool swimming. So, okay, so this is your the lift and look card, and you can see here that the circle foam that we sell fits over the top of it, and I've turned that into a fun shaker card.
Would you show that again? All right, get it up a little higher. A little higher. There, a little higher. There you go. Oh, there you go. Look at you.
Okay, so this is the foam ring that we sell, and the stitch circle frame die fits right over the top of it. If we get time, we'll go into detail next week if we can swing it. This is the same lift and look card. Can they see it good?
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's your circle ring die out here accenting that, and you can tell the one circle ring fits on the circle for lift and look perfectly.
And I brought the 3 dies.
And a lot of you
Already
might
own it.
already own this die, which is really what's fun about this. And then we're going to open it up, and we have our Easter little, what do you call that, vignette?
Ooh, I like that word. Can we call it? Can I borrow that word?
I don't know if that's what it is.
Vignette.
Can
Now,
they-
you
are they getting a
you
good
put your
close-up?
pinky out when you
So
said it. didn't you?
this is actually showing you a new paper pad that we're about to release, and it just works really well. There's a solid in there and a floral, and I use the sun die,
Which
on that,
you may already have,
and the Easter edges.
which we've had out.
Okay, so we'll see if we can pull off. I really would like to show you how to do this card, because some of you already own a lot of the edge dies, so you can have fun with the edge dies
That you already own.
that you already own.
That makes it an incredible value, Mrs. Creek.
Chicken dinner. Now, what we're going to do tonight is learn. Hang on. How to use this die.
I really like that striped paper you make with that die.
Yeah. So in the lift and look die set, this die is included, and we have not covered this yet. We're going to cover it tonight.
You mean that comes in the set?
And that enables you to make that beautiful background. So I'll just show you a few cards that I've made. And I love to use it for the graduation card because you can use the school colors. But again, any way you want to do it, it just offers a very fun, creative background. Mr. Creek, do you have the cards that I'm making tonight?
I do, Mrs. Creek. Right here.
I might need them. So here we go. So we are in the process of resetting the booth. And for those of you who don't know what that means,
Means it's a lot of work is what it means.
It's a lot of work. We're tearing every pod. We should take pictures. We're tearing every pod, basically, not every pod. We're tearing a lot of pods totally apart and resetting everything. And every peg hook in the pods, those units that we have, we call them pods.
The shelving units, the racks.
They have, you've got a peg hook and a grid, and every peg hook is Velcroed attached to the back. So lots of work to do. I had a spot in the booth I needed to fill with the Sunshine product line. So I wanted to show you how I took the Lift and Look card and used the Sunshine product line. And this is a product line that we released maybe 3 years ago. The sun and the rainbow.
That's right. We think you may already have it. They're still
products.
very viable products, and we still carry them.
Yes. What I'm showing you is using stuff you already own. So that was that. So we are going to start card number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, enough of the talk. This is where we're going. We are going to do card number 1, and we will learn how to put that panel on the inside of that card for that stunning glitter look. Peyton, I'm ready to turn my camera down. Mr. Producer. Okay, there we go. Are we ready? So we have our card here, and let's construct the basic card first, and then we will get to learning how to use all of those other pieces. Now, I've already die cut my pieces and parts. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to choose what pattern paper I want for the front and the pattern paper that I want for that inside. And we are going to die cut those two pieces. So I'm cutting this, and I'm going to take that die that is the long pocket, and I'm going to just cut the end of, all I need is that end piece where the pocket turns up this section. And when I die cut that, I like to put super tacky tape on the back of it. So I love to take the tape, let me grab tape. Unroll that, put my paper down in it, and then when I die cut, that's a sticker. So when we go to put it on our card, it's all trimmed out. Now, let's put the basic card together. And I have cut the base and the front. And when you put this card together, you are going to want to use some pretty heavy cardstock. 110-pound cardstock works really well. Let me grab my bone folder. We're folding here. We'll get a nice fold off of this. And then we are going to adhere these pieces together with our tape. Now this, I'm going to go pretty fast through this card development. Is that what we're going to call it, Tom?
Card development.
Card development. Because we covered this in depth in video number 1. But I like to use the 1/2-inch tape because it gives you full and complete coverage, Tom.
Yes, ma'am.
Full and complete coverage.
Full and complete.
Is what you need. So we're going all the way across. Now here's what I do. I tear it long, and then I'm going to go back in with my scissors and trim that off. Now when you do this, you will get adhesive buildup on your scissors. So you can go in with your undo and clean off your scissors so that you always have a good, clean, fresh cut. And I did that before the show.
Can you say good, clean, fresh?
Good, clean, fresh. Well, if your scissors are tacky, you won't get a good, clean cut out of it.
So how do you clean your scissors, Mrs.
You
Creek?
just use that good old undo. And
Undo?
I like to use...
You use undo yet again?
Undo with a wet wipe. You know what they say about undo.
Undo is...
Undo is your friend.
Your friend.
When the world walks out, undo walks in.
Indeed.
There we go. We made our I did that without telling you. We made our pocket there. Turn those 2 pieces in, and you'll have your pocket. Now I'm going to remove the tape from that inside piece. And
What kind of tape? What size tape did you use?
I'm using 1/2-inch.
1/2-inch Creekbank super tacky tape?
Yeah, I said that.
Did you say that? Excuse
I
me.
did.
I was typing and sometimes I was
So I am
concentrating.
going to adhere these 2 pieces together. So I am going to put just a little undo on here. And that will give me time to arrange that so I have perfect alignment. Push that down, and now I have created my card with my little pocket right there. So let's go back. We had those 2 pieces in the beginning that we die cut with the die. Now the problem is they are full size. So if I set my pattern paper on top of here right now, it's the exact same size. I need to trim it down. So I am going to take my paper trimmer, and the first thing I'm going to do is find that fold line that runs down across the top, and we're going to cut off that connection tab right there. We do not need that. And then we are going to trim off 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So with the Fiskars paper trimmer, when you trim off a paper, if you push against the top ledge or the bottom ledge, you will have a straight cut every single time. So you need to use that ledge on your trimmer to your advantage. And we're going all the way around. 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim that pocket piece while we're at it. This is the piece that I die cut that goes down here across the bottom.
So this is just the mat you're cutting at this point, right?
This is just the decorative mat. And the first thing we're going to do is cut off where the fold is. All the way around. We're going to find the fold and cut it on that line.
Yes, we're going to do a make and take in Danville. It's been renamed the Naked Take as of last week's show.
Now, I've trimmed
Please
off
come with your clothes on,
all
though.
the attachers. I'm going to push that against the top, and the 2 short ends, I will trim. How much, Tom?
1/8 of an inch, Mrs. Creek.
1/8 of an inch. So I'm
You
trimming.
almost caught me off guard there.
Yeah, you're on it. Okay, so now we need to get that long edge trimmed, And because we cannot trim the top edge, we're going to trim 1/4 inch off the long edge. And there we have cut that mat for the inside pocket of the card. Now, if you have a different paper trimmer, your technicalities are going to change a little bit, but you will get there. I'm confident of it. So here's our card, and what we need to do is adhere that to the front. So we're going to run tape around the back and adhere that to our card all the way around. So I'm just curious to know how many of you have snow on the ground where you're at. I saw, so if you have snow on the ground, type snow in the chat. I saw that there was,
what state you're from?
I saw that there was snow
Pennsylvania, 3 inches.
in New Orleans
Florida,
tonight,
5 inches.
and Florida.
Florida?
Yeah,
I heard a blizzard was coming to Texas, too.
really.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I don't even know if they know what snow is. I know they know what ice is.
Is Sharon in the chat tonight?
Sharon, are you out there tonight?
Sharon, are you ready to ice skate on your
Yellow
swimming,
Rose, are you
on
there?
your swimming pool? Didn't they have all those freeze problems the last time they had that happen?
Last
The
year they
pipes on the
had
swimming
they had
pools?
an ice storm.
Okay, we are ready to adhere this to our front. So we are going to put
Florida, there's
undo.
Laura Moore in Florida says she has snow.
How much does she have?
I don't know. They got snow in northern Indiana, snow in Pennsylvania, 4 inches.
Wow.
Snow in Detroit. Detroit, you always have snow, don't you? Deborah Lone.
So what you need to do is pack up the
Another
grandkids.
5 inches in PA.
Pack up the grandkids.
Snow in New Jersey.
And go there.
Just cold in East Bradenton, Florida.
Okay, so I'm adhering that to the front. I'm using undo, and I'm looking on the inside to make sure I have everything lined up. This is our piece. We're going to slide right in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on.
8 inches in parts of PA.
And then we'll go ahead and put our background on. 8 inches. Oh my gosh, the grandkids would just be beside themselves, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm. Snow on the ground in Ohio.
Oh, I'm missing a paper.
But we can still see the grass. Same way here, Diane.
Hang on, I'm missing a paper.
A friend in Lois says, a friend in Pensacola said she has 6 inches. Pensacola, Florida.
Wow.
No snow but freezing in Illinois.
Okay, we need a paper for our background.
Northeastern PA, 5
Let's
inches.
look here.
A what in the background?
We need we need a paper for that background, and I forgot I didn't cut it ahead of time, so I'm gonna cut it.
Are you kidding me?
Can you handle that?
I thought you were prepared.
Well, I thought I was too.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good thing you're so flexible, Tom.
It is, Mrs. Krieg. Tell you
4
what.
by 5.25.
4 by 5.25.
And when you cut these, you want to be sure that you're watching the direction of your paper so that you have it running the correct way. The first few times I cut these, I cut them all the wrong direction because I was not paying attention. So when I do this, I run a piece across the top, a piece in the middle, and then I am going to slip this in here, and that'll be our background.
Snow in Iowa.
Okay, now we are thankful for a great friend. So we are going to take our thanks stamp and die set, and we have die cut our background, which is thanks, and then we have our letters, and I have cut these with our super tacky tape on the back so they can just literally be stuck on the card. Let's get all the letters out, shall we?
Yes, all of them.
Yes. So I'm using the glitter paper, the Creek Bank glitter paper, and this is super thin.
Is that the shatterproof glitter paper?
And shatterproof.
Did you put super tacky tape on the back of it?
I did.
And your die cut through it?
That makes it a sticker. Now, I am going to die cut a back for that just to stabilize it. So I have the word thanks, and it's cut on that glitter paper. And I'm going to stabilize it a little bit. I'm just going to take a scrap of white paper and we're going to cut that on the white cardstock. And that will stabilize that for us because that glitter paper is so lightweight that I just like to stabilize it with the cardstock. So we're going to run that through. And now we have a nice piece of cardstock, and that's what's great about keeping your scraps, because you can just run your scrap through there. Now we're going to put our undo on there.
That's right. Nothing goes to waste, right, Mrs. Creek?
That's right.
Could we call you the frugal crafter?
Probably not. I'm not sure crafting is frugal. It's fun. There we go. You can get to the point where you have too many scraps. I know that's hard to believe, but I'm definitely there. Okay, there we go. We have our beautiful thanks on our cardstock, and then we're going to take our letters and add those too. So when you buy the thanks stamp and die set, it has the mat and the inner piece plus the stamp for the inside of the card. So we're just going to attach those as we go. And you can see how the tape makes this job easy.
I have a question here. Lois is asking me, Lois back from Florida, FLA, could you adhere the glitter paper to the cardstock before you cut the die? Cut it with the die.
Say that again. Adhere.
Could you adhere the glitter paper to the cardstock before you die cut it?
Yeah. Well,
it depends.
I think maybe.
Let's say you took the tacky tape and the glitter paper.
I think it
and
depends
the
on your.
cardstock.
I think it depends on how good a cut you get out of your die cut machine. Like if you had the Vagabond, you probably could get away with that because you're cutting through glitter paper, tape, and cardstock. So some machines, let's just be honest, some machines cut better than others. So it's going to depend on your machine. It's also going to depend on how worn out your cutting plates and pads are. I know people are shocked to hear this, but you can actually wear your cutting plate out. I'm sorry, your cutting pad, that base pad. You can actually wear those down, and then you're like, man, what's wrong with this machine? It's a piece of junk. And it's not your machine, it's the cutting plate. Does that make sense, Tom, what I just said?
Would you repeat that? I was typing.
Oh my. Hold on. So
you're talking about your
you can actually,
I mean, when you wear your machine down?
You can actually wear this out.
Yes, the bottom side.
I know people don't understand that.
We've had that happen before.
But we have personally had that happen, that you actually, it's not the cutting pads, it's the actual plate that becomes the problem. So it honestly just depends on what kind of condition your machine's in. So I've also found, honestly, that using the manufacturer's cutting plates makes all the difference in the world. Now, when I go to tape this, I take my tape and I cut it in half because you only need...
Yvonne said she's done it and it does work on her machine. I don't know what machine Yvonne has.
So, Yvonne, if she can let us know what kind of machine she has, that would be good to know. So I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive on there, trimming it off where it's hanging off because we don't want it to show. And then we will adhere that across that opening. And we'll have our word hanging around. Hanging around.
Hanging around.
So I'm using the pick tool to pull that relief liner off. And then we will center that right on the card. If you get it on there and you need to move it, you can always put a little undo on there to adjust it so you get it where you want it. Now we've got our base card. We're looking very fine. Now we are ready to talk about that other die that's in the set. Let me get my pieces here. And we are going to, I want to show you what that looks like when you die cut with it. So you're going to use it, what I like to do is take my paper, put it in the super tacky tape, trim it out so that I have a sticker. it turns it into a sticker. Tom, did you have a question?
Did I have a question?
Yeah, you were just were you just grunting?
Oh, was I grunting? I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. I thought you were going to say something. Okay, I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. I'm going to show you when you run things through your die cut machine. When you have a big long piece like this and you're running straight into that machine and you're cutting against that roller, so it's rolling in and it's hitting that roller. It's really hard on the machine, and sometimes it can even shift the paper. So if you can offset the die at an angle or the paper at an angle, it will run through your machine much smoother. And in this case, I have the room to set the whole thing in an angle. So I'm going to do that. I'm using the switch, so I have a little extra room if my paper hangs off. It's okay. So that's your tidbit of the day right there. Is if you can die cut at an angle, you want to die cut at an angle, and it's you'll have less wear and tear on your cutting pads as well. Okay, now we're going to pull this off, and what we're going to see is we have, I try to pull this off in a full unit if I can. Oh, and I think I didn't get it cut all the way through. There we go. So I try to keep this attached together if I can, because I am going to adjust the length of that strip depending on the card and where that sentiment is going to sit. So if you look here, you'll see my strip that I die cut is actually longer than this strip. So this is the opportune time to take that. If you can hold it all together, much easier to cut.
If you can hold it all together, how would you keep from not holding it all together?
Well, it'll all fall apart if you pull on it very much.
Okay.
Okay. So if you hold it and keep it together. So we're going to trim that in length for the card we're doing tonight at 3.75, and we can trim that. And if they all fall apart, you'll just have to trim them all individually. But you can see there's your strips that you have for your card.
That doesn't go along with the naked take, does it?
The naked take? No. So here's my pieces I have cut. Okay, so trim those to 3.75. And what we're going to do, I'm going to pull out the grid pad. We're going to set up the grid because we're going to use it to keep everything nice and straight. We're going to use that die again, and we are going to find the pull mechanism. Now, in this case, to save time, I have previously stamped "For a Great Friend" on here. So you'll have to do the, use the jig like we did in the video 1, where you figure out where your sentiment is going to be, and we are going to line that up. Now, when I put this on my grid pad, I am going to line this up so I'm square on a solid black line running across the bottom. Am I in the middle of the screen?
The grid pad isn't.
What do I need to do?
There you go. Other way. A little bit more. Other way. A little more.
You went left and Peyton went right.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I trust the producer.
A decent amount more. You can move it.
Okay. We good?
You can still move it more.
Okay.
If you need to, but
Okay. All right. So I am going to, I've got that on a solid line across the bottom, and I want that fold line, which is 1/4 inch, to be on the black line of the grid. So I'm squaring it up on this black line, and I'm squaring it up on this black line. And I'm going to lay the die over the top, right on top of that score line, and we are going to put that, we're going to tape that die in place. And this is just going to provide an easy way for me to put my strips on my beautiful piece of paper here. Tom, did you have something to say?
Yes, I've always got something to say,
your
Mrs.
hat?
Creek. I was adjusting my hat.
I'm going to pull the back off, and I am going to put all these strips on. I'm going to work my way across this, Tom.
Yes.
And what I'm going to do is lay that up against the top edge and go all the way down. And that top edge across the top is going to give me a straight edge all the way across the top. So I have this beautiful thing when I am finished.
You know what that reminds me of, Mrs. Creek? Is putting shingles on a house. When you roof a house and you gotta lay shingles,
how do you get it?
Just you lay the first one straight and you keep going on the next one straight.
Okay, I'm gonna work my way across here.
There you work your way across, just across the roof.
Why don't you give away some tickets to the indie show?
Well, I was gonna give away the first. Okay.
However you want to do it.
All right. I'm gonna give away.
But this is gonna take me a minute. So.
All right. While she's putting the stripes on, can you do a double screen here? I'm going to give away that trash bag I told you about. Trash cans, table clip. Okay. All right. So, got a little story to tell you that goes along with this. So, here we are while Mrs. Creek is striping the paper. So, we had a big thaw out this last weekend. Okay. So, we had like 6 inches of snow, and the driveway was all compacted snow because my tractor was at my son's house. So, with that being said, we had this big melt away. So, the snow and the ice had turned into slush. Well, we told you the story last week about the 4-wheel drive going out on the truck, and I couldn't get it into the shop until this coming Thursday. So I thought, the snow is melted. I'll be able to go up and down the hill without any problem. So I had to run to the shop and take care of something. And I came back.
No. You could have taken
the 4-wheel drive.
Taking the truck that
has the 4-wheel drive that works, but no. I wanted to see if it would work.
No, that would be too easy.
So anyway, I go and take care of my business, and I come back, and I get halfway up the hill to our house because we live on a hill. Well, with a curve. And then there is ravines on each side because we're in the woods. And with that being said, I get all the way halfway up the hill, and I can't get up. And I can't go backwards either, because if I keep going backwards, I'm going to end up in the ravine that's next to the road.
Which you almost did the week before.
Or into a tree that is next to the ravine on the way to the road. So I decided, I'm going to get the tractor. So Mrs. Creek is probably going to be a little annoyed at me at this time because it's raining and it's cold and it's slushy and it's wet and all this other stuff. So I go ahead
and there were 5 grandchildren.
And there were 5 grandchildren in the house, by the way, at the same time.
1, 2, 3, 4,
but they had just
5.
gone to bed, so we were in good shape there. So I get the tractor out and I come all the way up, no problem, make it up the tractor. And so I go in to get Mrs. Creek to drive the truck so I can hook onto it with the tractor and pull it up the hill to get it up and be back home. With that being said, I walked in the living room where Mrs. Creek had just sat down after putting the kids to bed and had this look of exhaustion on her face. And I said, honey, I need your help. And she goes, what?
I think actually what I said was no.
Yes, you did say, as a matter of fact, you did say no. And I said, this is kind of a tickle of a situation because the truck is running. It's on the driveway on the hill. And if I go backwards, I'm going to be in the ravine and I can't go forward. So you said, okay. So anyway, I got her out there. So in the meantime, this is the trivia question.
Are we going to tell the part about, what's the question?
The question is, what time did I go in
I was just wondering,
and ask Julie
tell the part about where you almost
drive the truck so I could pull her up out of the ditch or up the driveway without I couldn't do it without help. So what time was that? The winner gets the Creek Bank Creations trash guide. So tell me what time it was when I came in to get Mrs. Creek to drive the truck. So I am waiting for your answers right now, and the winner will get that Creek Bank Creations trash bag.
So we have created that beautiful pattern, and you can see that it fits perfectly across from right to left. Isn't that awesome? So pretty. Now we're going to put a piece of tape across the top, and we will be ready to put that in our card after we get that fold going really well. So the problem, Tom, you didn't really explain the whole truth of the story.
The whole truth?
Yes,
I spoke the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Mrs. Creek.
The driveway was
slushy and icy.
It wasn't slushy. It was
icy. It was slush on top of ice.
Icy. It was horrible. And you had to back the tractor up to the truck on the hill, and you slid with the tractor down the hill.
Not very far.
Backing up into the truck.
No, I didn't back into the truck. I was 5 feet away from the truck.
You were backing up to the truck.
No,
okay, here we go.
We're getting some very close Getting some very close answers, but we haven't got the right one
we're
yet.
centering
so
that
keep guessing.
side to side, and we're shutting the card and picking that up.
I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't an even number, okay? It was, okay?
Okay,
As
now,
far as the time.
last week we used those little hearts, those little die-cut hearts, and this looks really nice. If
Keep
you
guessing.
get
Nobody's got it yet.
these little ones and add it to your card for your friend.
Can you say your friend?
Your friend.
My friend. You're my friend. That's great.
A true friend would not come in the house and ask a woman to drive a truck on an icy hill at night after she's exhausted.
Oh, really? Yeah, but a husband would. We still don't have a winner, ladies.
So,
keep guessing.
You can see that the little heart is a perfect addition, and you can take that off of the either the scattered hearts that comes in the envelope please set, or the circle frame heart. Is that the name of that?
Okay, I'm going to give you crafters a hint. It's sometime between 9:30 and 11. That'll kind of.
What time are they guessing?
I'm getting all over the
place. So we have created.
All right, I'll even close the gap even more.
Close the gap, Thomas.
How about sometime between 10 and 11? We don't have a winner yet. Getting some good guesses.
Are you giving away Indiana?
Oh, we're getting close.
Indiana
We're getting
tickets?
close. No, this is for the trash can.
Okay.
Hold it! Karen Jester is a winner. Karen, you are the winner. Karen got it. It's 10:05 p.m. Congratulations, Karen Jester. Karen, if you would please email me at sales@creekbankcreations.com with your address. I'll get that in the mail to you tomorrow.
Okay, you have something else to give away?
Yeah, later. Are you ready?
Well, I'm ready to do the second card.
Okay.
And the basic construction is what we've already done.
Okay.
So I can do that. Don't you have tickets to give away or something like that?
Yes, I have two tickets.
So ladies, I'm going to go ahead and do the basic card construction, which is exactly like the other card that we did. And then when I get to the section where we're going to do the repeat stamping, by then I'm hopeful that Tom will be done with his private party over there. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good deal?
Is Peyton going to keep the camera on you?
Can you split screen it?
Not the hand thing.
Okay.
Okay, for a set of tickets.
Hold on, he can't split screen. So I don't think they need to see me do it again, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Peyton, go ahead and film Tom because I'm just going to repeat exactly what I already did. Wherever Tom is.
Yes.
He left.
There I am. I'm back. Okay, for 2 tickets to the Danville, Indiana show, also known as the Indianapolis show, the Too Much Fun promotions, which was, I just got up to look at the date. Would you check that date? I think it's February 21st and 22nd. Okay, for 2 tickets. Tell me, how cold did it get here today in beautiful Covington, Indiana? A reminder here is we're not in Indianapolis. We're 70 miles from Indianapolis, so our weather is a little different. So, how cold did it get here today? The winner gets 2 tickets to that Indy show. That would be in Fahrenheit.
So
That's the 21st and 22nd of February.
It was so cold when I was getting groceries. It was miserable.
Was it miserable?
It was miserable. I didn't have my gloves on. I should have.
So how cold? The temperature in Fahrenheit. Anybody out there? Oh, hold it. There it's coming.
Are you checking both feeds?
We're getting close. We don't have a winner yet.
We don't have a winner. It was so cold.
How cold was it?
That my fingers were about froze just from like the short time of putting the groceries in the cart.
Still don't have a winner.
Do we have anybody interested in tickets?
I think we've got several
I mean,
people
they
from
get-
Indy.
they
From
gotta be-
Indy. Hold it. Who said LaDon Heinold? It was 3 below. That's exactly right, LaDon. So LaDon won 2 tickets to the Indianapolis show. Don, are you from Indiana, or do you are you planning on going to the show? We'd love to see you there. So I'd like you crafters to email me your email address, or obviously I'll have your email address if you email me, but also your mailing address to sales@creekbankcreations.com, and we will get those prizes to you. In the meantime, Mrs. Creek,
Where's she from?
where are you from, LaDon? I'm waiting to hear. LaDon. This is on a delay.
Oh, okay. How bad is the delay?
How? It's about 5 seconds, I think. Scroll up. Oh, here it is. Oh, LaDon. LaDon, your first guess was 3 below. I see you guessed again. Boy, LaDon, you were really guessing. Okay.
She's getting them tickets. She going shopping.
Oh, LaDon, where are you from? You're from Valparaiso. Well, you're probably going to go to the show. That's great, LaDon.
That's
awesome. Okay. So I'm going to type in the email address so you guys can know exactly, when you say it quick, sometimes you don't get it, so you know where to email me at. So
Have we talked about the blog post tonight?
yes, Peyton, would you hit that again, please? So, Mrs. Creek, are you ready for the camera to go back on
yes, I'm. You certainly can. I am putting this card together. The blog post has all the pictures of the projects that we are making, and there's a complete supply list there. So if you're looking at one of the cards and you want to know like what is on that card, you can go to the blog and it has a complete list. If we pull off a live for next Tuesday and where Peyton has, oh, am I allowed to say his name? Whoops.
Executive producer.
The
We call him
executive
Lucky.
producer his swim meets are getting rescheduled, so we'll just have to see what happens.
But it's a very good likelihood that it'll be next Tuesday.
If we get it done, I will update either with a new blog post or update the blog post so you can see those projects with the shopping list. So the great thing is a lot of those were dies that you might already own. So that's kind of cool that you can use the old stuff with the new stuff. I love being able to do that. So that's fun. So we're going to pull the tape and get this on our card front. And then we will have our beautiful front.
Can you say beautiful?
Beautiful. Now, we have new product coming.
That's right.
Supposedly this week.
And are you going to give me a hint? That we're going to do an intro maybe next week? I mean, don't give me a hint. Don't tell them what it is. But
I don't know, honey. I'll do my best. We'll have to see. I've got a lot of work to do.
But we're hoping to introduce a couple of the products, correct? Yes?
Not next week.
No pressure?
No, no, I'm not. No pressure, but honey, do you have that done?
And if you're wondering what the pressure is, see what happens is Julie designs these dies, okay, and she just goes through all these painstaking weeks of design. Believe me, I know how painstaking it is because I live with the woman. Anyway, and then finally we get the designs, okay.
Well, honey, I have to have time. It's an issue of time.
Then we send it to our producer to make our dies, and we wait for the dies to come back. And then Mrs. Creek starts making cards with them.
So the issue is I have to shoot the video. Like there's a lot to it, you know. So just depends what you want done first, right?
Indeed.
I mean, do you want the pod set?
Does the chicken or the egg come first?
Do you want
Mr.
the pod
Creek?
set? Do you want video?
Yes,
you
I
know,
need you to get in there and
do it all, Julie.
do those pods, woman.
Yes. Thankfully, Mr. Producer already has everything ready to go.
That's right.
For the website. So that's awesome. That helps. Okay, we're finishing up our happy here, and we will attach that to the front. And I think once again I have to cut that base word again. I do. So we'll have to die cut that. Okay, so we have our beautiful glitter
Can you say beautiful?
Beautiful, beautiful. And then we're going to cut that base. So happy.
Are you telling me that the super tacky tape, the white cardstock backed by super tacky tape, will stick to the Creekbank Creations glitter paper?
I'm telling you, baby. I'm telling you that I like to stabilize it. That's what I'm telling you.
Stabilize it.
Yeah.
Where do you stabilize it?
So I'm just using a regular. That's got super tacky tape on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to stabilize it. So I'm just taking a piece of scrap cardstock, and then we will adhere it. Now, this is the stamp set that goes with the die. So you can see you've got Christmas, birthday, New Year, Easter, Thanksgiving, and it has the words O Day on it. So you can actually make the card, oh, happy day. Did that ring a bell?
Oh, happy day.
That's a song.
Yes, yes. Oh, happy day. Sorry.
That black pastor yesterday.
Yes.
He could have been
at the inauguration.
He could have been singing that song.
He could have been.
What was he? He was doing a song, wasn't he?
No, he said, were the white stripes white glitter paper?
Yes, that's the white glitter paper. Do you remember if it's?
Yes.
Look on the blog, Peyton.
It's what's our white glitter paper called? Yes. Yes.
So,
the white stripes were glitter paper.
so just like I cut that red paper, you cut the white paper.
And what's it called?
Snow dust white.
It's called Snow Dust White.
And then you have the beautiful
on the
white stripe. It's just
www.creekbankcreations.com site.
a beautiful, yeah. And that is right, Peyton. It's on the links for shopping.
Yep.
It's on the blog list. So again, 2 little pieces of tape, and then we will stick that down. And get that going. Maybe. Baby. That is such a little piece of tape.
Do I need to get your magnifiers out?
Super duper. No. It's not cooperating. I don't have magnifiers. I mean, I have to use yours.
You have bifocals, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, there we go. Let's add it to the front.
You have those invisible bifocals, don't you?
I do.
Bifocals?
There we go. Happy. Now, this is fun. What we're going to do is learn how to stamp this really cool repeat pattern on the inside of the card. So we are going to take our stamp board and we are going to make, so I am working with the Misty stamp board, and if you have a different stamp board, you'll kind of have to just take what I'm telling you and amend it. So I love the fact that you could take a script type stamp and stamp that, and it shows through to the front of the card. And this is really cool because Valentine hits right down the middle of the card. So you can see how you could do this with different kinds of stamps. And I am using the Happy Valentines off of the Love You More stamp set. So here's our stamp set. And there's our Happy Valentine's Day right down there at the bottom. So we've got our stamp. Now here's what I did. I took a piece of paper and I cut it 1/2 inch wide by 8.5 inches long. And I marked it every 1/2 inch all the way up. So it'll fit right in here. And you'll notice I do have the stamper's window inside my stamp board. And I have a whole standalone video for that. Peyton, do you think you can grab that video from the chat or from YouTube and put it in the chat?
What is it?
It's the stamper's window. And then Peyton will try to put the link in there. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our paper, and you'll want to cut the pull mechanism out of your cardstock. And I really like to use the Nina 110 pound classic cardstock because the ink does not bleed on it. And we're going to set that in. And if you look, you'll see when I set this in, I want that score line to be straight across from where a mark is. So I've marked that every 1/2 inch, and I'm going to line up the score line on the pull mechanism with the mark on my guideline over here. And then I am going to place my stamp right at the top. That's where the first line we're going to stamp is. And if you'll notice, I'm right at that 1/2 inch mark right there. You just want to make sure you have it straight across. And then we're going to pick up our stamp. And then we are going to stamp. So we will put our stamp, get going here. How am I centered, Peyton? Am I doing okay?
Perfect.
Okay. So we're going to ink and stamp.
Can you say ink and stamp?
And I am using the Memento black ink.
What is this video teaching?
What is what video teaching?
What you're doing right now?
I'm teaching how to repeat stamp.
Repeat stamp.
Can you handle that?
I can handle it.
Can you handle the
Yes.
goodness? Now what we're going to do is pick this paper up, and I'm going to move it straight up to that other 1/2 inch mark.
Because you made a grid.
Because that's why we have these 1/2 inch marks. Tom, this allows you to have like the script coming through the front of the card.
No way.
It does.
Are you kidding
I think
me?
you were not paying attention when I said
was
that
typing.
earlier. So you can see
Well,
how
I had a question. Yvonne asked me what you were teaching here.
yes, repeat stamping, perfect alignment every time.
Can you say repeat stamping?
So I'm going to end up with this. Okay, so you can see I'm just going across.
no, the
every
one you
time-
linked
This
above.
video.
Oh, what's that one you
How to
linked?
use a stamper's window.
How to use this whole project is that I don't have to fight that magnet, and the stamper's window is holding everything in place for me, and I can decide how far up I want to go.
Isn't that cool?
If I wanted to get clever, I could stamp these in different colors. Like, it would really be cool if you did like red, pink, red, pink, red, pink. That'd be a whole nother thing.
Mrs. Creek, you impress me every time I'm in the shop here with you. Or the studio.
There you
excuse
go.
me.
Okay, so you decide how far you want to go. I've got one more on there.
Can you say one
and
more?
then you can write your message of true love to your Valentine. Dear Valentine, don't ask me to help move cars and tractors on an icy hill after 10 o'clock.
Repeat. Dear Valentine. Repeat. Repeat.
Okay, any questions about that?
Any
before we
questions?
move on?
Any questions out there before she moves on, crafters?
Super fun technique.
Can you say fun? Can you say super fun?
Super fun. And you didn't even have to buy a expensive tool. You just need a piece of paper. So
Wow.
1/2 inch by 8.5. Mark it every 1/2 inch. And I store this with my stamp board. So it's there with my, I have all my accessories together in a little pile. And it's ready to go. Now, are you ready? We're going to open this up. And this is going right in there. We're going to get our fold going, train our fold, and then we'll add our tape. And Thomas?
Yes, love.
That's 2 cards.
Two. Can
2
you say
cards.
2.
And what time is it?
It is 7:58
It's 7:58. So let's just do this in the chat.
in the chat.
Do we want to make an envelope tonight, or do we want to call it a night? So
Ladies, do you want
if
us
wanna
to
do
keep
an
going
envelope-
and do an envelope online
Yes.
with the envelope please
yes or no?
die? Yes or no? Let us know. We don't want to burn up your
don't wanna
time. At the
overdo
same
it.
time, we wanted to have fun with you. So give me a yes or no on
So,
whether you want us
I'm
to
just
make an
going to-
envelope or not. We've already taken up an hour of your
Yeah.
valuable time.
So appreciative. Great little technique. Love how that shows through the front of the card. Super awesome. Are we voting?
Oh, we're voting, but I haven't got any votes yet.
No votes
yes,
yet.
do the envelope, Lois says. Lois is the only one. Yes, envelope, please. The envelope, please. That's
that's-
right.
who
Yes,
said
Teresa
that?
says yes, please.
Okay.
Kim Hargis says yes.
Okay, there's no
They're going to
charge.
stay with us.
There's no charge for this.
No charge for this one. This
Bonus.
is a free one.
Tonight's
While you're
bonus.
getting set up, I guess I could give away another set of tickets, or are you going to take a while to get? Oh, you're already
I'm-
ready. The
baby,
woman is ready.
Baby, I am there.
Here comes the envelope.
So I previously
roll.
I was hopeful that we would get to this because I will tell you, these cards look absolutely stunning. Can you grab, I think I have envelopes back there that I made earlier, just so I have them up here. So this is from the Envelope Please die, and
that we just introduced last
so
spring.
I just want to show you, like, oh, aren't they pretty? Very nice. Okay, so this is from the Envelope Please, and we're going to cut one big long piece, and we're going to score that. And the curved corner, the rounded corner, is always going to be on the bottom of the envelope. The squared off corners will always be at the top. And I did that so that you could put tape on it easily and seal your envelope. Like if that's rounded, that's a whole nother thing you got to deal with. Now the beautiful thing, Tom.
Yes, lovely.
The beautiful. Are you ready? The beautiful.
The beautiful.
Is
for
that
beautiful, for
this
spacious
will
skies.
fit in your standard die cut machine as far as width. Okay, so it'll fit in a big shot.
Oh, the people are saying the audio is cutting out.
Okay.
Audio, okay. All right, give us a test here. All right, let's do a test. Test. Is the audio cutting out now?
Is the audio cutting out? So we're using our tape. Is it cutting out for everyone?
It doesn't look like it now.
Have them say, yes, the audio works, or no, it doesn't.
Yes, the audio works, or no, it doesn't.
Chat. Look in the
People
chat.
saying yes, and some people do the same.
Some are saying yes, some are saying no. It must be where you're at.
What in the world? Okay, so we have our tape on there. This is your liner piece that's going in the top. And if you look at it, there's a fat side. It's wider on the top than it is on the bottom. So the wide piece is going to go on the top. And this is another one of those things that you want to pay attention to when you die cut it, and you cut it the right way so that your pattern is working for you. So you're going to set that in right on the fold and center it, and you will have your beautiful liner. Beautiful. Now, the reason this fits on a standard cutting
Excuse me, Mr.
system.
Where's
Yes,
your
sir.
phone? I need to disconnect it from the internet. Perhaps that might be.
Well, he's saying some are, some aren't.
I know.
So that's not a.
It seems to be an intermittent problem, folks. Not everybody's video is, or audio. Is it video or audio is cutting out?
Audio.
Well, honey, if it wasn't working, it wasn't working.
There's a lot of people saying that it's fine.
Okay, so what we've die cut these tabs, and these tab dies come in the set, and this is why you can cut it on a standard cutting surface, because you're cutting this and then you're cutting the tabs. So when you look at the tabs, and you probably can't tell, but I'm going to show you, there are X's on this, and whenever I create a die and I know you have to put adhesive on the die, I put X's on the die. So I am telling you, my friend, that is where the tape goes.
Well, some people are getting out and getting back in, and they're finding that it's clearing up for them. So you
okay,
might try
so
that.
refresh your browser.
Yeah, refresh your browser. That little arrow up at the top of
the
the circle. The circle and the arrow, hit that refresh. And
Okay, so you're going to need a set that you can put on the left and on the right. Now, the reason those X's only go up partially is because that's how far your envelope goes up. Okay, so you want one of each of those.
refresh my
And
Okay,
we're
I'll
going to
have
put
one.
tape right on top of that. So anytime I design a die and I know
Oh, okay.
you're putting adhesive on there, I am putting those X's on there, and that'll deboss down into the paper for you. And it's like me, it's like having Julie right there with you going,
There
"Put the
you
tape
go.
right
Look at
there,
you."
girl or boy." There we go. I call women girl a lot, and I don't know if people think that's offensive. I don't think it's offensive.
I guess if you're a boy,
I
it'd be
started
offensive.
to post something the other
If
day.
you call me girl, I would be offended.
You would be offended. Would you be offended by boy?
Boy,
you
it
probably would be.
depends on who was saying it.
Yeah. Well, I started to post something the other day online, and I was like, you know what? I'm afraid that might sound offensive. It doesn't mean, I don't mean to be offensive. We're pushing that down, so I have the 4 X's up. And so on the other side, we have all the long X's going down. And if you're concerned that you won't get this lined up straight, you could always use your friend
Undo.
Okay, there we go. And there is your beautiful envelope. Isn't that awesome? That gives you the ability to have your beautiful envelope
With matching.
and your card.
But they're matching.
Yeah, well, I just coordinated them. I didn't actually
Coordinated.
match them. I coordinated
But you
them.
could have matched it, couldn't
And there
you?
you go. Okay, all right. That is how you make an envelope. With the envelope, please.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Are we ready to bring up?
It's I got to give away the grand prize.
Okay.
This is the big prize. Yeah. Okay, ladies, here we go. I'm going to give away your choice.
It's
of
your
either
choice.
the lift and look card-based die, or the stove pull-out die, or the standing pop-up die. Your choice of which one you want. So I was telling you the story about pulling Julie up the hill in the tractor.
You know, when you ran into me with the tractor.
I didn't run into you with the tractor. I was close. I will admit,
I'm gonna
it
tell
was
you-
a little bit
I'm just
slick,
gonna tell you,
and I might have been going a little fast.
I have not told you this,
Okay,
but I did record it on video.
you did.
Yeah, because I was relatively sure that you were going to actually crash that tractor right into the front of the truck, and it would make great video.
Are you serious? See,
I'm on a hill like this, and
Yeah.
the tractor's coming down at me, and I know you got to stop before the truck, and I was like, he's going to slide right into the truck.
ye of little faith, Mrs.
Yeah,
Creek. Ye
so-
of little faith. Okay.
Unfortunately, I did not make any money off of my TikTok video.
Oh, you put it on TikTok? I didn't know you had
There is
TikTok.
not. Is TikTok around?
Yeah, it's still
Dean?
back.
It's
It's
back.
back. Okay.
No, I don't even know how to use TikTok.
All
It
right.
was a joke.
Okay. All right. For the grand prize, get ready. Be at your keyboard. Okay. To answer this trivia question, I told you the story about the tractor. What kind of tractor do I have? What's the brand? So.
You mean what color is it?
No. What brand of tractor do I have? So the winner of the tractor question gets their choice of those three dies, and I haven't got any answers yet.
The winner of the tractor question.
Yeah, the winner
You
of the
should get their
tractor.
phone number, and the next time you need somebody to drive on the hill
Oh, you
in an
think?
ice storm, they can be available.
All right. Oh, Lois, no, it's not a John Deere, Lois. Getting a lot of John Deeres. No.
I don't even know if I could guess that question.
Nice guess, Diane, but I don't have a Ford. Don't have a Case. Another John Deere. Not a Case IH. Oh, there's got to be more farm girls out there. I know there are.
I don't know that I would guess it.
Not an International. Not
Did
a
you hear
Case.
me?
Huh?
I don't know if I would get
Oh,
it right.
come on. You don't think so?
I don't know.
Getting a lot of John Deeres, but sorry, ladies, it's
You're in the wrong
Craftsman.
color family.
Not a Farmall. Not a Kubota.
Kubota's a good guess.
It is a good guess, but he didn't want to sell one very bad. Okay. Okay. Not a Massey. Not a Massey Ferguson.
What color is a Massey Ferguson?
Massey Ferguson is red.
Okay.
I'm not saying what color mine is because it would be a dead giveaway, Mrs. Creek. Not a Farmall. Not a Chevy. Unfortunately, Michelle, I haven't seen a Chevy tractor before, but I'm not saying they're not out there. George Ann Parsons. That's right, a New Holland. Exactly right. George Ann Parsons is the winner. It's a New Holland.
Where's she from?
George Ann, where are you from?
What state?
What state?
I'm just curious.
We're just curious. Are you from farm country?
She's going to say California.
George, let me write this down. George Jean, excuse me, not George Ann. Pardon me, George Jean. I apologize. George Jean Parsons is the winner of what prize? Also, what die do you want, George Jean? And let me see here. Does she say where she's from? George Jean. You're from Pennsylvania, which there's a lot of New Holland tractors. In fact, New Holland has a big presence in Pennsylvania. They have some factories there, George Jean. You probably knew that. So, George Jean, you have your choice of the standing pop-up die, the stove pull-out die, or the lift and look card die. Tell me which one you want, and also email me your address so I can get that out in the mail to
Did you give your email?
And my email address is sales@creekbankcreations.com. So I'll type that in right now. Whoops. You're on the air, Mrs. Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a split screen,
I
just
know.
for your information.
I'm just watching you type.
So, all right. So, awesome.
I was just noticing as you were typing that you have a giant feather in your hat.
I do have a
feather.
I
in your
always
hat?
have a feather in my hat. Yes, when I'm doing a show, et
Okay.
cetera, et cetera. So, all right. Well, are we finished, Mrs. Creek?
We are finished. 2 cards in an envelope, baby.
Hey, good job. Good job. Hey, everybody.
So tonight we covered the repeat stamping technique and how to use that striped die on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we covered
Yes, Debbie, it's a blue tractor.
other techniques.
That's correct.
The basic techniques were deeper. I showed you the jig
Blue, just like Creek Bank Creations blue, as a matter of fact, Debbie, I might add. So.
on how to use the jig. So if you're a first time watcher, I encourage you to go back and watch video number 1, because there's other techniques that we covered in video number 1.
Okay, did
Okay.
you get that?
Now, we will be back for sure on, what are those February dates?
February date, the 14th. No, excuse me. Pardon me.
We'll be
I'll go
back in
check
February
on the calendar.
for Tuesday nights, just
We are
like we
going to
did
be-
this time.
Where is it at? Oh, live, February 4th and 11th.
February 4th and the 11th, we will have new product to share with you.
I'm back. Yes,
And so
February
that'll
4th and
be,
11th.
we'll have a whole new thing to share. We have new dies
What
coming.
day of the week is the 4th?
We have
4th and
new
11th?
stamps. We have new paper
Is that
pads.
Tuesday?
And I have
Would you check
a
my calendar
really
real quick,
fun
please?
new tool to share with you that
Please.
we should have by then. So lots coming in the stream. And
What?
if we can pull together
Tuesdays.
next Tuesday, I will send out newsletter and post on Facebook.
Yes, it'll be a bonus posting.
It'll be a bonus.
And it will be fun. So, with that being said, may the Lord bless and keep you, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad to have you tonight. Thanks for joining us. We had a blast with you, as always. Don't forget to email me your addresses, crafters, those of you who won prizes, so I can get your gifts out to you. And we thank you so much for joining us.